Yeah, okay. Quite short before the concert. How do you feel?
I feel good actually. It's been, we were a little bit screwed on the sound check and all today, so we don't know really what to expect. But
it's gonna be a rock and roll show.
Yeah.
Like always, here in Ludwigsburg, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always good here. I like this venue.
Yeah.
I read in your blog, Skinny, that you already had some technical problems some days ago. Is this going to be the ghost of the tour?
No, it's really our bad luck anyway. It's always been a lot of technical problems with this band, but I think it's just a thing we have to deal with more. Yeah, it started.
It's the human syndrome. Somebody always makes a mistake and it fucks up the whole show. And
even though there it started with a bomb threat, which we couldn't really control. I don't know. I don't know those people who to talk to.
Me neither. You know,
without getting that.
But that was really fun actually. It was in, where was it? In Bochum, right? At the Matrix. Somebody called in 2 bomb threats. So the police showed up with 4 German shepherds and said, "Leave the drugs, we're not looking for drugs. We're just looking for bombs." So we were sitting up in the bar and drinking for
without
like
any
2
drugs.
hours. Yeah. Oh.
All right. The early beginnings of the band are in a death metal, black metal area.
That's Nightmare and Whiplasher, who comes from the and Bone, of course. That comes from a black metal scene. We're like the rock and roll guys of the band. We come from more of a 70s rock and 80s glam and rock sleaze kind of thing. But Bone, Whiplasher, and Nightmare then is from the black metal scene.
We do respect them though. They're okay guys.
Yeah, we like black metal too, but we're like our background is more of
it was a joke.
A rock and roll thing. It was a joke?
Yeah.
So you don't respect them?
No.
Okay, so is this your influence on the last album, Night Electric Night? Because I think it's more glammy than before.
Yeah, well, it's been also a natural step, like to go. We try not to limit ourselves to go like, and you never know which way you go. It's like, whatever you listen to or whatever you experience, whatever. This album was a lot about the city life that we've been living, like traveling around the world and seeing different places, and that's been the glammy part of our lives. It's been a lot of darkness, but still party and all of that. So we thought, just make it like just
this
try to
album
explain.
Was very natural for us to write this way, because I mean, since Nightmare and Whiplasher writes most of the songs, the lyric. I mean, they love Kiss as well. That's a huge influence for them. So this is nothing that is completely new to them, because they really love the glam thing too. And then Night Electric Night is of course more rock and roll than Termination Bliss and Detective Generation, but still it's just natural for them to write that kind of music.
So how's the process of songwriting in your band? Is it like 1 or 2 people doing it, or is it just...
Like I said, it's mostly Nightmare who writes the music, and then Whiplash who writes the lyric. And then of course I wrote on the last album a few riffs, and I also wrote the basics of Venus in Arms. But
so we all
ship in with
like, so okay, I wrote a riff, what do you think? Sucks. And then it's like that's what you get to learn. It's like most of the times you get it's like it sucks. So because Nightmare has a certain way of writing music, that way
Whiplash and Nightmare, they're like brothers.
Yeah, they've been writing music together for so long, so it's nothing strange. It's just like we're here to help out, and we always, like, at the end we're always thinking and brainstorming in the studio and seeing like, okay, maybe change it like this or whatever. So producing things,
but you do feel lucky and confident with the material.
Yeah,
absolutely, yeah.
We have
now we're looking forward to start working on a new album as well. So hopefully we can get it out a little bit earlier than the previous albums. There's been a really big gap in between.
So like 3 years.
Could you give us an insight, maybe?
Nothing yet. We have a couple of songs that are beginning to
in the process.
So, but
we don't kiss and tell.
All right. What would you say is the concept of Deathstars?
Yeah, well, just enjoying what you're doing. The most important thing is that we feel good about it. I think it's we don't listen much to others. We like there's not one record company that could go in and tell us what to do. It's just as long as it feels confident or feels good for us, then we feel fine about the whole deal most of the time. We whine a lot. We do. So yeah, but it's I think just as long as we're happy, then the band can continue. So.
Okay, one thing I noticed is that you called yourself Deathstars, not the Deathstars. Is this something that you want to show to go away from mainstream, or is this just gimmick?
I never thought of it actually. I think it's
no, because the name comes from sort of the Death Glam scene, and since all of the guys except from us are from the Death Glam scene, of course death has to be in the name. And then since we're sort of glamish people, all of us, so that makes Deathstars. I think.
Yeah,
so
well,
we never thought about the
it's
Deathstars.
It's not from the beginning. I think like a band name. It's a sort of a funny way of
Concept. Almost.
Yeah, you see, like you have the pop stars. You have, it's like it's
yeah,
not
pop
a
stars,
band.
porn stars, and the Deathstars.
Not the. That was the clue.
Yeah, that's my bad.
All right. Are you already drunk?
Getting there.
Yeah.
I mean, are there certain procedures or things you do before the show or after the show?
Yeah, there's always. Yeah, we always try to, because especially when you're out on these long tours. Okay, this is not the longest one we've been on, but nearby. But you, after a while, you try to find new ways of getting kicks or getting, make it an interesting show or getting into the right mood. So, yeah, last Christmas I got this iPig, which is a really nice amplifier speaker sort of combination for the iPod, which so we started looking into to make really good party playlists. That's a really important matter. And then of course if you have a few beers before the show, you loosen up and you get a little bit more into it. So yes.
And then always, for me anyway, I always before I go on stage need to drink a cocktail of either Red Bull vodka or orange juice and vodka. Otherwise the show will definitely suck. But now I'm getting into it, and drinking that every time before the show, and it's a good show.
Okay. Yeah, of course the concept of the Deathstars, to go back to that point, is of course death for far away. So what would you say, is this life on Earth, is this death? Are you living it like death? I mean, I read in your blog, I'm definitely knocked out, but I'm still waiting for Party Skinny knocking on my shoulders and say, come on, let's get a drink or something.
Well, yeah, well that seems to be, it's definitely not death we're living. It's just that we are all looking for kicks and looking out of everything, out of a sort of, or not everything, but it's easy to know that you can take even a bad feeling or a bad day to make something not good about it, but do something about it, and you can use the dark elements that there is. So if you actually feel really terrible one day, and then Party Skinny comes knocking on your shoulder after a while, then you're not gonna say, "Oh fuck, go fuck yourself." But it's like you always have to keep open-minded to every situation you're in. If you're down, there's always a way you can go high. Yeah, I think.
Embrace the dark elements.
Yeah. I don't know. Just go with it. Go with the flow.
Okay, some nice words to close the interview. Thanks a lot for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.